At least once a game, this guy will do something that makes you just fall out of your seat.
It has become one of the most electrifying plays in all of sports, the slam dunk.
Oh, my goodness! Breaking in the hole with explosion!
You first have to get around the guy who's defending you. And once you get over him, you're thinking, well, I'll just go up and just make a nice dunk.
Hold on and take a picture of that.
But then you see his teammates getting his jump together and able to try to block the shot. So you think to yourself, oh, I might have to jump a little higher.
Alley-up, Martin! Oh, what a sensational pass from Jason Kidd. Here he comes the other way. There's your first James Jam of his career.
If I go up against a guy who maybe, 2 or 3 inches taller than me, I still think that, I have a better advantage of, putting the ball over.
The women and children, the franchise is in the house.
No one likes to be dunked on. So if you dunk on a guy a few times, he'll back off.
The ball into Shaq. He's going.
Slam dunk.
If you dunk on a guy, he's going up, and you dunk on him and he fall. All you gotta do is look at him like.
I really can't describe it, but definitely you want to have that feeling. The crowd is going crazy. The momentum is on your team side.
He's a bad man.
It's the best feeling, man.
Oh, what a
finish! What's up, y'all? I go by the name of the world-famous DJ Clue Desert Storm, and welcome to the NBA Street Series Dunks. Now, as a mixer producer, I know all about jam sessions in the music business. The NBA jam sessions, they're a little bit different, but they have one thing in common: performers expressing themselves. That's right, and we're gonna show you how NBA stars have expressed themselves. Well, at least through their jams. On a scoreboard, it's just 2 points, but the truth is, the dunk, it's a lot more than that. It's creative, powerful, and even an art form. So get ready for takeoff. We're gonna start you out with the high flyers.
Amari Stoudemire has just reached his cruising altitude. Inside now to Stoudemire, trying to get he threw it down. Nice move along the baseline, came up on the reverse side, slam dunk Amari Stoudemire.
My game is more of a power. It's physical. A real low post move.
Oh, look at that! You believe what you just saw?
Quickness, a ferocious dunker. I guess I pretty much got the whole total package.
Stephon, back underneath Stoudemire, hammer dunk.
I dunk a lot, man, so pretty much every dunk, excites me.
Goodness, he did not do it.
Amari Stoudemire is one of those guys, one of those rare guys. You look at so many other high school players that came out, it took him a second to really grow into their own. He's just a guy that's been so unbelievable.
Stoudemire, Amari! Put him in the dunk contest! Hey, baby!
He has them young lads, and he got them pogo sticks going.
Marbury to Stoudemire, the power and fury of Amari.
Amari is just continuing to grow. He's becoming a real force in this league.
My favorite dunk right now probably was when he came down the middle one, the Candyman out in L.A.
Marbury off the dribble.
Stoudemire and one, and the rookie powers to the rack. Whoa!
Candy gets up, and he's only touching his elbow.
Man, kid is he's a stud. He's dominating. He's actually, banging other people. This guy, stands out way far and beyond everyone.
Oh, Stoudemire elevates. What a play by Amari Stoudemire.
How can that guy be so good at the age of 20?
There was a couple that stand out. I dunked over a couple of guys.
Stoudemire! Oh, my goodness!
Now it's Stoudemire dictating.
I do that a lot, though, so, it's pretty natural.
Was that tight?
The kid out of Michigan State is putting on a show here tonight.
Richardson can sky like few in the NBA.
in. Richardson around in the roof, and what a slam by Jason Richardson. Woo! Man! Young man just taking off at the dotted line. Holy mackerel, he's still rising.
You have some guys who have just flair, who can just go out there and dunk, and you have some guys who can do it with grace. Another guy who I think is Jason Richardson, a guy who just gets up there and he can do it.
Oh, that was nasty on the baseline.
He'll drive, a spinning slam dunk. Wow.
Richardson with a spike. AR, it's all yours, buddy. Jump stop.
I think my game was more of a exciting type game where I get a lot of fans in the game and with my spectacular plays and athleticism. And I just try to get my teammates going.
Ahead to Jason, look out! Oh my goodness! They're standing in the arena on that one. The pass off the steal and the finish.
One player who took the dunk into the stratosphere was the human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins.
Oh, what a move by Dominique. Take your cameras out and get a shot of that one. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that jam? I don't know how he did that. Dominique.
When I was younger, especially in the open floor, I thought about always doing something crazy.
Here's going to be a show.
I might windmill it.
Look out. Wilkins on the loose. That's freaky.
Dunk it backwards.
Back to Dominique jam.
In the open floor, I felt like I was in my own world.
Showtime. Wilkins, look out. Oh!
Great thing about Dominique was every game, during the game, at some point, I would say, man, he can't top that one. And then the next game, I'll be saying, man, he can't top that one. He topped his moves every game. He was the first player, in my opinion, to do show dunks in the middle of a one-point game in the fourth quarter because he was that confident.
They find Wilkins, look out.
To Dominique, breaking jams. Out of nowhere, Dominique Wilkins.
When you go out and you get the fans and your teammate into it, that automatically make you a showman. And that's the way I play. That's the way I like to play. I like to get out there and give a show. That's what we're there for, to give a show.
Here we go. He's going, Tom.
Hi, I'm Vince Carter, Toronto Raptors, and it's time to get up.
Vince Carter. Oh, yeah. Vince Carter wants the lob. There it is. Go!
Flashing the other way is Carter. Oh, my goodness.
Did you see what I just saw?
There's many different aspects of the game of basketball in this league where you have to earn respect. If you're a dunker, you have to go in there and dunk on people.
Yes. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Give that man a parachute already.
To prove that you can do it.
Take a look. Whoa! Holy mackerel, did he elevate for the jam? Woo! The dunk machine strikes again.
And gain the respect of them and they'll get out of your way.
It goes off to Carter. Vince Carter down the middle. Change direction. Oh, slam dunk. One of the greats of the year.
Well, I knew he was going to posterize somebody, and John Silverstein is in the books.
Oh, was that beautiful?
He started all off, the dunks, the flares, the flashiness. After he dunks, how he do all his poses and he shakes his shoulders. It's up to you.
Hey! Newman drives. Oh, Carter with great hands and strip. Ahead of the back, showtime! Oh, no!
After a dunk, everybody's excited, and that's what comes out of me. It's nothing I plan or anything. It's just, it just happens.
With each season, Vince keeps adding new images to his reel of sensational plays. And around the NBA, each player has his own favorite moment of Vince-sanity.
Vince got some highlights, too. He jumped over Tim Duncan's head this year, didn't he?
Carter peeling away. What a move by Vince Carter.
Get off. Oh, God.
Once he saw a little space around Ginobili, did he ever take off? That is a highlight film.
some of the most insane dunks that I've seen somebody do in a game is Vince Carter.
To Vince Carter near corner. Pump fake on the run. Baseline, left reverse lay-in, two-handed jam.
He had one where he went baseline and kind of cradled and threw it back over his head in a game, I think, against Indiana. Awesome.
Oh, my goodness!
Man, it's when I seen him go to the hole and just dunk the ball right over David Robinson, I was like, wow. It's in such a zone that, you know, it just continues to roll for him all night.
Here comes McGrady on the break. Down court, Vince Carter. He flies in. And through. Oh, baby, what a play! Oh, my goodness! Exclamation point!
Carter. Elevation throws it down. My goodness.
Vince Carter. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, half man, half amazing, Vince Carter, the NBA dunk champion. I'm proud of him right now.
While he had given himself a tough act to follow, Vince would deliver another show-stopping performance the very next day in the All-Star game.
Vince Carter makes it look so easy.
Carter has it wide left. Bryant guards him. He blows by him. To the hoop with 360. Two-hand jam by Vince Carter.
That ain't no fair, man. I got so little hops and you got so much. You can almost take any of Vince's clips.
Bugsy Bowles, give it to Vince. Oh, windmill jam.
Yeah, just say, okay, well, that was impressive.
Keep the highlight reel rolling, folks.
He may be one of the best all-time dunkers ever.
Peterson, lob, and a jam by Carter.
He hasn't even nipped the bud yet. You know, you haven't seen the best of Vince Carter.
Way off the glass. Oh, no! He did not do that!
People never thought that they'd see anybody jump higher or better than Jordan or Dr. J or Dominique. Jordan and all those guys are some great dunkers, don't get me wrong, but you can't compare them to Vince. Vince is 6'4.5", 6'5" on a good day. The fact that he finds a way to continue to make up new stuff, it's amazing.
Yeah, y'all, it's one thing to get up in the air, but some guys, they seem like they can stay up there for a while. These players, they have some serious hang time. They're freestyling in midair, and by the time they come down, they've invented another amazing dunk. Now, it started off with Elgin Baylor, continued on with Dr. J, and now today's aerial artists are taking it to another level. They've given the jam their own special flavor.
The creative mind, mind feeds into the rest of the body and tells the body what to do. So the fact that I can grip the ball and that I felt if I moved it from one hand to the other, I could still, have enough strength and coordination to finish the play. That would also free my mind to just challenge the rest of my body.
The one with the exclamation point.
Look at the power. Oh, hey, that's from further back than Michael Jordan did on his.
I'll tell you what, that guy's got some serious hops. Portland pass, Drexler, he's open. He's take it to the bank. The Drexler baseline drive, and he goes reverse.
There's the glide that you've been asking for.
Oh, my, what a sensational move. My goodness, we got a 4-on-1. Drexler with the ball behind the back, dribble up and in. He scores!
Majestic performers like Clyde the Glide Drexler raised the art of dunking to new heights. And as today's stars take to the airwaves, certain players have become the masters of modern-day jams.
Might have to go with Tracy McGrady.
Does not have to do anything extraordinary, but he does. Oh, Tracy McGrady with the hat trick. 3 sensational dunks.
And here comes McGrady, and he'll go unmolested. And you knew there was a show coming there.
Save it for the slam dunk contest in Philadelphia, baby.
The dunk he did against San Antonio on David Robinson, he went up like he was going to lean into it, and all of a sudden he changed it to a reverse.
T-Mac challenging, oh man, over Robinson. Oh, behind the back. How'd you do that, T-Mac?
Remind me so much like MJ, man. Just getting up in the air, not knowing what you're gonna do, and then all of a sudden coming up with something.
Oh, I love it. He went straight to the basket just like he was floating on air, turned sideways, gave a little move to the side, and floated sideways to throw it in.
Dim the lights, open the curtains, it's showtime.
This is totally amazing. You can watch the same tape over and over again of Michael, and you still, I mean, it's like you've seen it for the first time. You're still watching amazement.
Jordan, tongue out, hit it, wow!
The things that he did on the court, I mean, you really have to give him credit for being real creative. I mean, not only his dunks, but just his moves in general. I mean, you know, who would have thought of doing the things that he's done?
You know, we were expanding the game and creativity with things that we were doing. So when fans came, no telling what you would see, which was a part of the whole excitement. You know, that's what creativity is all about.
Through the years, the creative boundaries are constantly being pushed, as each of the game's aerial artists creates his own slam dunk masterpiece.
Davis the steal on the break, and he goes up and throws it down with a flourish.
Powell has it swatted away. Miller ahead to Corey time. Sherman Douglas with the bullet pass to Ray Allen. Shaking.
On the low! Oh, no!
Oh, wow. Not enough to dunk on him, but to reverse it. Mason, and it's all over.
But he is going, and will be done on this one. And a little razzle-dazzle by Ricky Davis.
We had a fast break against Philadelphia, and he came between the legs from about a foot outside the dotted line, came between the legs and dunked it at Philly. It was the most awesome dunk I've seen in the game.
Ricky Davis will bring some flavor to that. A little spicy for Ricky, huh? As he elevated and pounded it down.
Ricky Davis fried it up. Oh, was that creative?
Hey, now, I've been watching a lot of games. I haven't seen that one before.
Now, look, Ricky Davis reversed up over the hill.
He'll step back in the corner, crossover, blow by Williams to the pack.
McGrady goes upstairs.
Here's Allen streaking. Wow. And slams it. It's a 4-on-0 run-out.
T-Mac, the circus jam. Well, that's what we need. A little showtime here. T-Mac says, I'm going to entertain the crowd a little bit.
We get on the break and you have a wide open dunk. You like to do something creative and get the crowd jumping and have fun.
Something fun might happen now.
Corey Maggette can still sky. He's got Armstrong, he's got Juracek. He takes it!
I just want to be able to think about doing this.
Now, before we move ahead, let's take a step back for a little history. The dunk has come a long way in the NBA. I mean, back in the day, they used to call it the cram or even the stuff sometimes. Then it became, you know, the slam dunk, the jam, the flush, or the throwdown, whatever you want to call it. It became one of the NBA's most devastating weapons. So let's take a look back at the old school and see how this play got off the ground.
The earliest vision of taking the game above the rim came from the Minneapolis Lakers' George Mikan, but he rarely jammed in a game. It wasn't until the arrival of Wilt Chamberlain that fans saw just how dynamic the dunk could be. As he overpowered opponents, nothing stood between Wilt and the rim.
Long pass into Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a dunk shot. Whoa, beautiful. Chamberlain again underneath. Great shot by Chamberlain.
While Wilt launched the dunk as a weapon, it was Elgin Baylor who began to take it airborne as one of the true pioneers of NBA flight.
Elgin was the first one that I remember to hang up there for 15 seconds, have some lunch and a cup of coffee. His hang time was incredible.
Following Elgin, the next player to soar into the spotlight was fittingly nicknamed the Hawk, Connie Hawkins.
I had never seen a guy who can actually fly in the air and had the arm span as well as the hands to control the basketball until Connie Hawkins.
Connie Hawkins with the ball. Look at the way he palms that ball. 6 minutes to go. Inside to Hawkins.
But in the late 60s, the Jam would reach a new level of creativity, thanks to a new league.
Here's George Mikan, commissioner of the ABA.
You know, I've been associated with basketball all my life, and I can't remember an occasion which has given me more personal satisfaction than the basketball game you are going to see in just a few seconds.
The ABA was started on the idea of being entertaining.
The ABA was bringing showmanship to the game, and the league's greatest show on earth, or above it, was the dunk. In 1976, the shot arrived on center stage when the ABA held the first ever slam dunk contest.
We knew we had some outstanding leapers in the ABA, and so that was a chance for us to showcase our skills.
Larry Keenan turnaround.
George Gervin was in slam dunk, Artis Gilmore, and of course myself and Dr. J.
It came down to David Thompson and myself.
A double pump, David Thompson. Now the doctor goes to work.
It was good to see David and Julius go head to head, you know, to show some of the dunks that, you know, you couldn't believe guys was doing at that time.
I saved my specialty for last. I went baseline and did a 360 dunk.
Twist around, slam dunk.
I thought I was gonna win, but now it was Dr. J's turn.
And that sends everyone reeling.
I think it was somewhat of a defining moment, a piece of basketball history.
And throughout his ABA career, Erving would make the jam his trademark with a combination of style, grace, and power.
And there is Julius Erving. Look at that move behind the back. Oh!
It wasn't Julius Erving, it was Dr. J, which meant when he got on the floor, on the court, he operated on guys.
He always had the big afro. You know, his hair would always be flying in the back as he flying through the air.
He had these large old hands. You see, when he palmed the ball, it looked like a little orange in his hand.
To Dr. J.
He was, in the ABA, the symbol of the league. He wasn't just its biggest star, he was the league.
And when Julius Erving came to the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers, the entire basketball world would get a chance to witness his exploits.
If you dunk the ball over a little guy, I mean, you know, you're supposed to, right? But now you get a guy 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet, pull a play off on him, then he's got something to think about.
There's the man I'd pick in the slam dunk contest. Julius is unbelievable in a wide open situation.
My first year in Philadelphia, the rookies on the team, anytime I got a breakaway shot, they would always say, poster. And what they referred to is anybody attempting to block it, we're going to end up being in a poster.
Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Julius was able to go to another level as a basketball player. And when you get to that arena, as long as they saw the doctor perform and do something spectacular, they went home happy.
He put a little extra one on that one.
My style was naturally flamboyant.
What a play by Erving. That's a play that only Julius could make.
That was, you know, playing instinctive basketball. It was just letting it flow.
Julius Erving!
So, you know, my game was probably a little bit ahead of its time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. J.
All right, y'all. Now we get into a different kind of dunk. It takes two to make this one go right, and it's called the alley-oop. It starts off with a guard and ends off with a big man. That's right. But they have to be on the same wavelength. You can be the best dunker in the world, but unless you get that pass that's on the money, this play just ain't gonna fly. But when the alley and the oop come together just right, it could bring the house down.
The alley-oop combines elements of teamwork, timing, pinpoint passing, and dunking. And when executed to perfection, it becomes one of the NBA's most spectacular plays.
Something about alley-oop that gets everybody going. That means that you're having one guy being very unselfish, throwing it to a teammate, and a teammate finishing the play, so that's teamwork.
A backdoor, oh my, hold away!
I like catching lobs, but you know, I still have to go back to throwing them because it's always just satisfying and enjoyable to see the ball go in the air and see a guy go up and catch it and then finish it.
Basketball is a game of reaction, especially when I get a nice pass and I go up and slam it. Makes everybody feel good.
Incoming! Shaquille O'Neal. You talk about power.
It gets the crowd into the game. It gets my teammates into the game, too.
2:37 to play in the third. Long pass.
Shaq O'Neal scored it. He is fouled high.
During the 1990s, the NBA's stars turned the alley-oop into the game's ultimate quick strike weapon.
Oh, Byron!
And the players seem to get just as much of a thrill from it as the fans.
You know, you're coming down on a fast break and you just rise up over someone and then you dunk it. Everybody just is going crazy and you just feel like you say, oh, so good.
With a trailing Johnson, alley-oop. Oh! What a play by Larry Johnson.
What a story he's been tonight. It has been the Larry Johnson show. Washington got squared up, got a good look. Here's Manning. Oh, McDyess, that will be on all the highlights. How about the blind pass from D. Manning? How did he even see the basket?
Harold Wilkins misses. Landon double digits with 10 rebounds.
Oh, no.
Boston Land.
He got it. Oh, my goodness. That may have been the best play I've ever seen him make.
That's the best play he's ever seen himself make.